and there are so many roadblocks to best service. There's so many roadblocks to the frictionless organization, which we'll get to in more detail, I know, in a few minutes. But just to summarize three of them very briefly. One of them is there's an attitude for a lot of established companies that they've always done it that way, that it's
Mm.
always worked. Maybe there have been some problems, but it's always worked. And they want to just continue to build stuff. They just want to continue to grow. And they realize that with growth comes mistakes, and they'll basically get over it. But what they don't realize is that with growth comes even bigger mistakes, and customers are not tolerant for that anymore. They don't want things to be broken. They don't want things to happen that way. The second
Yeah.
reason is that most companies, especially senior executives, are not close enough to the customer. And that's been something that's bothered me for a long time. I always
Yeah.
ask CEOs, other C-level executives, even the heads of customer service, I say, when was the last time you actually talked to a customer? When was the last time you listened to a customer call real time and heard what that voice of customer truly was? Not a report, not a summary, but listen to the customer. And unfortunately, most executives that I talk to say, oh gosh, it's been quite a while now. And so they wind up working by what I call indirection. They only work on with reports and summaries and averages and not that personal sense. And then the third problem is that they're not really, and it's related to the second one, is that they're not really focused on the upset customers. The upset
I see.
customers, some of those upset customers explain they're upset with you. Most of them don't even bother. And
Mm.
so the customers that don't bother to contact you are probably still pretty upset, and they probably are getting ready to leave. So the third reason out of the three for companies not being able to make this work is that they tend to ignore the most important constituent they have, which is the upset customers, so they can figure out how to fix those issues.